Good morning, everyone. I know that sometimes in life we don't always feel full of life and passionate and enthusiastic about all that God has got for us. I know sometimes that is true in our walk daily with our work and our purpose, maybe in our relationships with one another, but also in our relationship with God. We don't always feel passionately alive towards Him and towards those around us. Sometimes we can be just going through the motions. And today I wanted to explore a little bit about that. Particularly, I think, in our relationship with God, because out of that and out of our love and passion for Him flows everything else, because He is the one that gives us purpose in life. He is the one that has plans for us to give us a hope and a future. And so our relationship with God is then foundational to how we relate to others and how we find purpose in our day-to-day and in our work, and how we find our calling and where we fit into the big plan of God in this world. Sometimes we can feel like we're just going through the motions, but I want to say that in those times, actually, well done if you are continuing to go through the motions, if you are continuing to walk as though your faith were alive, even though maybe you're not feeling it. There is something of a perseverance that we carry when we do that pleases the heart of God, that even when we are not feeling it, we are continuing to honour our relationship with God, to honour what we've committed to. But the promise of God is that there is more, that there is a life that we can have that is full and is passionate and is full of zeal for Him. For those of you who are married and have kids, you'll know that, or indeed any relationship, we'll know that we're not always full of passion and zeal. I remember, times where, friends of mine who are really good friends ring me up and I'm just exhausted and I think, I don't need this right now. I just need time alone, or just to sit in front of a TV. I don't have any energy for anything more, and much as I love those people and want to go out and see them, I just haven't got it in me. There are times, I'm sure, when we can all recognise that in our relationships with our partners, for those of us who are married or have those kind of relationships, we don't always feel passionately in love. That kind of first love that you might feel when you first start going out with someone isn't always there. Particularly, I think, for those of us parents, we don't always feel love for our children, do we? They're not always the easiest. There's sometimes arguments and difficulties, and at times we are just longing for them to go to bed. But interestingly, what happens often as parents is when our children, no matter how difficult they've been, have gone to bed, something begins to shift in the way that we view them. Our relationship with them changes. Our view of who they are seems to return, and we begin to think, no, I really do love them. Even if they've been really difficult and we've been battling all day and longing for bedtime, somehow when they're in bed, we begin to shift how we feel. And there is a sense that as we step aside from the kind of battle of parenting that can sometimes be the case, we rediscover something of our love and our passion for our children. And I want to suggest that actually it can be the same with God. Sometimes what we need to do is just simply step aside from the day-to-day and rediscover that passion. And Jesus promises us that, doesn't He? If you read the Message translation of Jesus' words in Matthew 11:28, it says, "Are you tired? Are you worn out? Are you burned out on religion? Come away. Come away with me and take a rest, and you will rediscover life." There is an invitation from Jesus today. If you're feeling weary and just going through the motions, and even if you're not, even if you are full of passion and zeal, there is an encouragement from Jesus just to take that moment today, to step aside, to come away with Him and rediscover life. So today, may you rediscover life. May I rediscover life. May we together rediscover life in Jesus as we come away with Him, as we step away and learn His unforced rhythms of grace for us. And may that then flow through our relationship with Him, into our relationship with others, into our families, into our workplaces, and the purpose and calling for which we live and are called according to God's plan. So be blessed today. Step aside sometime today with Him and rediscover life. Be blessed.